What's up top 10 fam, hope you're having an awesome day. I'm your host Ayman Hassan and welcome back to another video. Now before even scripting this video, I knew I was gonna find some ratchet shit because no matter what time I go to any McDonald's, it's always shady as hell unless it's one that's in a food court in a mall. So I'm not even gonna waste my breath on an intro. These are the top 10 scariest things that happened at McDonald's. Starting us off with number 10 is the San Isidro massacre. Prepare yourselves you guys, this is a lot. So back in July of 1984 at around 4 p.m, 41-year-old James Huberty walked into the McDonald's on San Isidro Boulevard and fatally shot 21 people and injured 19 others. Apparently James said everyone in the place were dirty swine Vietnam assholes, and that's when 25-year-old Victor Rivera tried to persuade him not to shoot. He then proceeded to shoot him 14 times, shouting "shut up" at Victor's screams. The tragedy lasted 77 minutes before a police sniper took him out. 2 days prior to the incident, James told his wife Etna that he suspected that he may have a mental illness but had never been hospitalized for any mental issues prior. Apparently the morning of the massacre, James told his wife Etna he wanted to kiss her goodbye, and when she asked him where he was going, he replied going hunting for humans. This McDonald's massacre ended up being the worst mass shooting in US history until the 1991 Luby shooting. It still goes down in history as the US's 8th most deadliest mass shooting, so just to put it in perspective for you. Coming in at number 9 is the 9-year-old hijacker, and no, that is not a clickbaity title people, that actually happened. Back in March of 2013, a 9-year-old boy was arrested and charged with armed robbery at a McDonald's in Illinois. How does a 9-year-old even accomplish that? I couldn't even accomplish that as a 22-year-old. This man is 9 years old and is out here doing that. Like what? I'm a bit shook. Apparently he was in the car with 4 other 15 and 14-year-olds and police started chasing them because they were under suspicion for a series of McDonald's robberies. Apparently one of the boys robbed a 12-year-old customer in McDonald's and stole his phone. So I mean, they were little robberies, but I just find it so shocking that these actual babies carried them out. Like, shouldn't you be in primary school or something? Like, I don't know what you're doing. At number 8 we have the London Brawl. So back in 2016 in Barking, London, a huge brawl broke out outside of McDonald's, and it was apparently the biggest brawl since the London riot. The video of the riot looked ridiculous, no one even knows what they were fighting about, but there were 200 plus people involved. Weapons included wooden bats with nails hammered into them, blades, knives, and so forth. Someone even had a poisonous substance thrown on his face and was later hospitalized. 21 people were arrested and 3 police officers were injured in the process. Most of the arrested were juveniles, so they couldn't keep them in jail, but still, what is happening to the youth of London? Also, because this happened in Barking, does this remind anyone of the song Barking by Rams? You guys have to know the song, come on. If you don't know the song, please Spotify the song right now. Filling our number 7 slot is the toy. Okay, no lie, since birth my McDonald's order has been a Happy Meal chicken burger with chocolate milk, and even now the employees always give me the toy and it's like, hello, no I don't want the toy, I just want the meal. I'm a grown-ass woman, I don't need the toy. Give it to me though. Either way, back in 2014, Shantia Dennis, a McDonald's employee in Pittsburgh, was busted for selling heroin in Happy Meal boxes. I'd be so offended if this happened to me. Like, I don't want your drugs, I just want my fries, woman. Apparently, customers looking for the drug would go through the drive-thru and say, I'd like to order a toy, and then would go to the next window and get a Happy Meal with heroin inside. Dennis got caught when she sold to an undercover police officer who later found 15 more bags of heroin on her person, as well as some weed. I mean, I was gonna make a joke, but no, I do not respect this side hustle. I don't respect it. Now at number 6 is No McNugget Left Behind. So this was shared by a Reddit user that used to be an employee at McDonald's. They shared that during one of their shifts they saw a customer reach into the deep fryer with his bare hands. He literally dunked his arm up to his elbow to retrieve a wayward McNugget. The user claimed they've never heard a more blood-curdling scream since. And to make matters worse, when he yanked his hand out of the fryer, an arc of grease shot upwards and hit some girl in the face. And I don't really know what happened to her, but I assume she had some pretty bad facial burns and scarring after that. Like, that is boiling hot oil in there. But also, how did this guy even get to the hot fryers to even put his hand in there? They're like in the back. Was the McNugget really worth it? Was it? Was it really? That's disgusting. Just ask for an extra nugget. Why would you do that? Coming in at number 5 is bacon. So back in February of 2014, 30-year-old Shanika Torres in Grand Rapids, Michigan decided to order a bacon cheeseburger. However, tragedy struck when the burger arrived with no bacon on it, and so she complained to the manager and was offered a free burger. At about 3 AM that same day, Shanika came back with a friend and ordered another bacon cheeseburger to have that one come without bacon as well. The tragedy just continues. At this point, that was the last straw for her because she started lashing out verbally at a worker before taking out a handgun and opening fire. Luckily, no one got hurt, but she was arrested at home about 30 minutes later because obviously she was not going to get away with that. What an overreaction, damn it, like. But also, come on, twice in a day? It is a bacon cheeseburger, put bacon on it. It's not that hard. At number 4 is the overdose. Back in 2014, at a McDonald's branch located in Ohio, Robert Paul Palmer and Tamika Lynn Jeffers were getting their fix of heroin as their 2 kids played in the play place. The couple managed to overdose and were completely unconscious and were later found by some employees. Apparently, both overdoses were life-threatening and they literally just did that while their kids were right there. Both were sentenced to 6 months in jail, but honestly, I feel like drug addicts don't need to go to jail, they need to go to rehab, be rehabilitated. Like, what a joke. How can you endanger your kids like that? And there are other kids around as well, come on. It's time to be sober assassins. 2020 is the year of sober assassins. Filling at number 3 slot is Sandra SUAREZ. So back in 2014, and a lot of these are happening in 2014, that was probably a bad year for everyone, 41-year-old Sandra SUAREZ made headlines after she completely trashed a McDonald's in Pinellas Park, Florida. Apparently an employee had turned her down when she offered him a sexual favor in the parking lot, and so she went berserk. She came inside wearing nothing but a bikini bottom, and after another employee told her to put a shirt on, she lost it. Sandra was videoed pushing the cash registers onto the floor, knocking over all the drink dispensers, throwing everything she could grab. She even ate some ice cream straight from the machine because apparently one tends to get hungry when ravaging a McDonald's. I get it. She was eventually taken away and examined at a hospital, and results showed she was stone cold sober and wasn't under the influence of anything. However, she did later blame her bipolar disorder, claiming she didn't remember the incident at all. Now, I don't know how bipolar works, so I can't really comment on this, so I'm not gonna say anything. Hashtag don't be ignorant. Hashtag don't speak when you don't know. Now at number 2 is Stab Me in the Back. So this one happened in Jamaica, a neighborhood in Queens, back in 2014. Just imagine, you guys, just imagine it's 10 AM. People are in there enjoying their McBreakfasts, enjoying their little coffees, and all of a sudden, a man walks in with a knife sticking out of his back and his back drenched in blood. Apparently he was stabbed a block away but managed to make the walk to the restaurant. Obviously everyone started screaming and going nuts, and witnesses claimed they had seen some men fighting in the street corner prior to him walking in. He was apparently on the phone talking to a loved one, saying it might be the last time he speaks to them before getting stabbed. Customers left their meals to make sure he didn't fall on his back until EMCs arrived, and he was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Now I know some friends stab you in the back, but this is just a little too much. This is a little too literal. Honestly, some people are snakes. Some friends are snakes. What can you say? They will stab you in the back. Literally or figuratively. Honestly, you can't escape. And finally, at number 1 is the plane crash. So back in June of 2014 in Louisiana, I don't know how, but 41-year-old pilot Michael Ray Martin managed to crash his small plane into a McDonald's parking lot. Apparently there was some problem with the plane's fuel and had clipped a bunch of trees before crashing upside down into the lot. Thankfully, Michael was the only person on board, but he was rushed to a nearby hospital with serious injuries. Law enforcement had no idea where the plane took off from or where it was going. It just crashed in McDonald's. Like, imagine literally going to McDonald's for a casual meal and a plane just crashes in front of your eyes. How do you even react? I wouldn't even know how to react to that. Be like, is this real life? That's so landed. Is this real life right now? Honestly. And that's it for today's video, guys. I knew this list was gonna be so screwed up, and it really was. It really upheld all my expectations. But also a huge shout out to McDonald's employees. They go through so much like this, as well as just disrespect in general, so shout out to you guys, you're the real MVPs. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and as always, I'm your host Ayman Hassan, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye! Hi guys, it's me, I'm back. Missed me? James Huberty? 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 Huberty, I'm just gonna say Huberty. Huberty, okay. Hubert, no, f*** it. Hee 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 hee. So back in Barking, London in 2006. So back in Barking, London. Also, because this happened in Barking, does this remind anyone? Can't speak English. If you don't know the song, please Spotify the song right now. Banger! It's a bop. The user claimed they've never heard a more literally or figuratively. 41-year-old Sandra Why? Sandra SUAREZ. Okay, got it. That was the biggest temper tantrum I've ever had. 41-year-old Sandra SUAREZ made. Okay. Well, I tried. So back in 2014.